Well, folks, and today I guess I got just a whatever model train video going on. I picked this up, I don't know when. It's a little tiny Porter. It needed a little work. There's actually two of these, but I didn't buy both because one ran really rough. This one runs well. I got two problems going on. I've actually already pulled it apart, so I already have a vague knowledge of what I'm doing. Two problems. This back coupler sits too low. I can eventually show you that. Ran a couple of train cars up here and put this up on a switch. And as you can see, it sits way too low. Put in the coupler pocket, it's too low to actually do anything. The front coupler, on the other hand, does work. I mean, yeah. And I can prove to you that the engine does not work. It's actually, today it wants to work. It's actually shorted out sometimes. Yeah, because there's actually, this one has been, this thing's got, it's weird. I think it was actually built out of a kit, but the whole thing is kind of just built out of whatever. And there's actually back here, the frames connect, and there's a cardboard spacer, which I think insulates the two pieces. But super cool little locomotive, so we can do a little work on it and see how it goes. But yeah, so here's a little bit of cardboard. It's got, it's patriotic, just the way I like it. Okay, so this is the motor, little magnets. Overall, it's fairly close. Yeah, so that's actually going to be what we're doing here today. Try not to break this solder because I can't find my soldering iron, so that's still no problem in itself. And as you can see, the gears are completely dried up with oil. There is nothing. What am I missing? Actually, I'm not even sure what flew and what I'm looking for, so I think we're just gonna clean it up. There was 2 springs. There's 2 of these little guys. They both look just like that, and one disappeared. I have a feeling they're not likely original parts, but besides that. I don't even know what this is to. If I'm not mistaken, it wasn't even hooked up to anything. And this thing got so many weird things about. I'm not sure if I broke this when it fully blew apart, but there's a piece of plastic chipped off there. See, that's what it's supposed to look like. And the next thing is, I noticed the motor, this worm gear, is soldered on. So that's probably not even the original gear. I just say, it works pretty well. I'm impressed by the work that went into this. I mean, I can't get that to budge. These things are all chipped. They almost look like they're just replacements from another engine. And they're soldered on. So, whoever bought this before me and did work on it obviously loves solder and did a lot of stuff to it. I'm going to continue to work on this. I'm not even filming half this because this is just me pulling this apart, putting it back together, trying to get these brushes to sit flush to the commutator there. So, I'm going to keep working on it. Well, folks, welcome back to Jank Model Railroad Repairs, because nothing we're doing here today is at all logical like what I'm about to do here, but it does work. I'm not impressed with how it's working, though. Oh, there we go. Not sure if you can see it or not, but there's little sparks going down on the commutator by that brush, because I can't get that brush to sit like the other one. And again, how much can you ask for? Please focus. How much can you ask for on something that's as jank as this? I mean, look at the way these brushes sit. Ouch. I mean, there's reasons why this commutator was so darn dirty I couldn't get it to come clean. In all reality, how much life does this motor have? Probably not much. Anyway, I might end up just replacing this motor with a Athearn, blue box motor one day, because they're similar in size. I don't know. And then I got this, and I made an oopsie because I can't find my solder gun. And that wire, I broke it. I mean, was there really anything holding it on? Not really. So I'm going to have to resolder it. But in order to resolder it, anyway, so I'm going to have to resolder that. So now after this is going to be the game of find the solder gun. But before I do that, I'm going to see if I can't get this motor just to clean up a little bit, because it is awful. Yeah. And this is another thing. This little contact was on here. I don't know why. When I bought it, it had that little bit right there. So I'm not sure if this has any purpose. I think they were using it as a washer, because the whole thing kind of looks like it's been made out of scrap parts. I mean, the worm gear has been soldered on. The brushes have been soldered on. My guess this thing's never run good. So it's gonna be probably about the same. I just wanted to see what kind of work I could do on it. Oh, the solder's broken. Of course it would. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can't get this to work just a little bit better. Yeah, and that's about it. Well, folks, it's a miracle. Found my solder gun. Currently have it heating up. Treat everything like it's hot, folks. Ow. Looks good. Now this is the only joint that was soldered, so I believe everything else is just by rigid connection. So theoretically I can unplug this solder gun now. Yeah, well, this transformer I can hear it when it shorts because it'll click out. And I'm not hearing nothing. I've taken solder, and I can feel my fingers getting electrocuted. And it honestly works. Nothing's shorted, obviously. Ouch. Except for something's at me. And it's just not... Now it's over on the switch. Yeah, it's just not picking up power, so I don't know what's going on there. You know what? I bet this is the problem right here, so I'm going to loosen this up just a little bit. Alright folks, so it works, and now I'm going to put the whole thing back together again. Alright, so it's not working the greatest, so I'm still kind of concerned of what's going on, because I know that those brushes aren't sitting in there great. Which might be just more excuse to pull it apart another time and try to fix it. But the next step is, let's just see about these couplers. Yeah, see, the couplers don't match up right. Alright. Well, I know this was the frame sits down. Well, how can I get the frame to sit up? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if the frame's bent and that's what's causing it or what. So I'm going to pull it apart. Just going to see what could be the problem here. Because really you want to just sit like that so that the couplers match. But it does not want to do that, obviously. Now it's shorting. Why? Why is it shorting? Well, folks, I don't think this engine's gonna work today, but maybe another time, folks. I guess that's all I could say. Yeah, the engine's not wanting to work. I don't know why. I'll have to come back to this. Maybe I'm done with the video. Maybe I'm not. We'll see. I'm gonna keep working with it. If it doesn't want to work for me, though, I guess I'm gonna have to call it a day for the video. So yeah, if this is the end of the video, I'm just gonna make the ending here. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, see you on the rails. One little side note, I just realized I just threw some oil down there. Right here, in this little tiny concaved space, is padding designed for you to throw oil into. Throw a little bit more in there. So as your train's running, that bearing runs through that little pad and lubricates itself. Oh, how genius. I've never seen that on a model train. That's the thing with real trains. Like, see on these wheels, see these little journal boxes? You would have a little pad in there, and you throw grease, oil, whatever they use in there, and as the axle rolls, the whole thing lubricates itself as it goes around. You just keep adding oil to it whenever you have a chance. But that was probably just the most ingenious thing I've seen done on a model train, just to lubricate the axle that runs through the armature there, which is absolutely ingenious.